Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility.
Welcome to my channel. Today, we're talking about Redo of Healer, the anime that's turning heads for its dark, revenge-filled story. Before dive into the video, there are some character names you should remember: Keyaru, Flare, Setsuna, Korea, Eternal, Norn, Gaius, Freya. So let's dive into the world of Redo of Healer. Redo of Healer is an anime that stirred intense debate and controversy within the anime community. Dark, brutal, and filled with revenge-driven themes, it's far from your typical fantasy series. Some viewers see it as a gripping story of justice and retaliation, while others criticize its disturbing content and extreme scenes of violence and exploitation. Today, we'll dive deep into what makes Redo of Healer so polarizing and why it captured the attention of the anime world. The story centers around Keyaru, a healing hero with the unique ability to heal any wound, even to the point of reversing death. While healing magic is often seen as a gift, Redo of Healer explores the dark side of this ability. In a world full of greed and corruption, Keyaru is exploited, tortured, and abused by those around him, especially by other heroes who treat him as nothing more than a tool for their own gain. For years, Keyaru suffers unimaginable horrors. But after enduring enough pain and abuse, he discovers that his healing powers also allow him to recover memories of his past. This revelation leads him to a bold decision: to reset time, start over, and exact brutal revenge on those who wronged him. Keyaru rewinds time to the point where his torment began, determined to take control of his fate and make his oppressors suffer. What follows is a story of vengeance, manipulation, and domination, as Keyaru uses his healing powers not only to heal but to rewrite the fates of those who once controlled him. The tone of Redo of Healer takes a sharp turn from its initial helpless victim storyline to one of calculated revenge. Keyaru's first major act of vengeance is against Princess Flare, the sadistic hero who subjected him to the worst of his abuse. Using his powers, Keyaru manipulates her mind and body, forcing her to suffer and bend to his will. This moment marks a turning point in the series, where the line between justice and cruelty becomes increasingly blurred. This is where the show becomes truly divisive. Many viewers appreciate the exploration of Keyaru's trauma and his transformation into a powerful force capable of fighting back. They see his actions as justified given the horrendous treatment he endured. But for others, the graphic nature of his revenge goes too far, making Keyaru as monstrous as the people who abused him. This ethical dilemma is central to the show's identity. Throughout the series, Keyaru gathers a group of companions who either aid in his quest for revenge or serve as tools for his larger plan. One such character is Freya, the brainwashed version of Princess Flare, now renamed and reshaped by Keyaru. She becomes a symbol of his dominance over those who once wronged him. Another key figure is Setsuna, a demi-human slave whom Keyaru frees and allies with. Together, they form a team of revenge seekers, using their unique skills to hunt down their enemies. One of the main attractions of Redo of Healer is the dark and twisted battles between Keyaru and the other heroes. No longer the helpless victim, Keyaru meticulously plans how to tear down the corrupt system and make each hero pay for their crimes. The battles are violent, psychological, and often leave the audience questioning how far is too far when it comes to revenge. At its core, Redo of Healer delves into some of the darkest themes in anime: revenge, justice, power, and the abuse of authority. It asks difficult questions. What is justice? Is Keyaru's extreme retaliation justified? Can vengeance truly heal the soul, or does it merely create new cycles of pain? The show doesn't shy away from the grim realities of Keyaru's world. In fact, it leans into them, creating a brutal environment that forces the audience to confront their own views on morality. For some, it's a captivating exploration of what happens when a victim finally gains the upper hand. For others, the gratuitous violence and exploitation make it an uncomfortable watch. Keyaru himself is a complex character. His journey from a powerless, tortured individual to a calculating and cold-hearted figure is both tragic and fascinating. His intelligence and foresight allow him to stay several steps ahead of his enemies, but his increasingly brutal methods beg the question: Has he become the very thing he despised? Is Keyaru a hero or a villain? The line between these two roles becomes increasingly blurred as the story progresses. Redo of Healer has generated intense reactions from viewers and critics alike. Some praise it for pushing the boundaries of storytelling, offering a raw and unflinching look at the darker side of human nature. They argue that it's a story about survival and reclaiming power, no matter the cost. Others, however, see it as exploitative, with scenes that cross the line into gratuitous shock value. For them, the extreme nature of the violence and abuse detracts from the larger narrative, leaving the story feeling more like an exercise in brutality than a meaningful commentary on revenge. Love it or hate it, Redo of Healer is a series that leaves a lasting impact. Its dark themes, complex characters, and controversial storylines ensure that it won't be forgotten anytime soon. For those who can handle its content, it offers a unique, if disturbing, narrative that explores the lengths to which someone will go to take control of their destiny. So, what do you think? Is Redo of Healer a story of justified revenge, or does it go too far? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Whether you're fascinated by the moral complexity or turned off by its extremes, Redo of Healer is undeniably one of the most talked about anime in recent years. Thank you for watching my video.